travel to a faraway jungle to find the source, each having their own reasons. Welcome to the Tomb of Annihilation. Alrighty. So, from the shores of the Van continent to the shores of Chult, you've been chased and harried by Valdara Cordes, the Lich Queen you tortured. You fought off pirates led by Monty Fuller, the undying pirate captain, and you managed to avoid being eaten by Arameg, the dragon turtle in the Bay of Chult, who demands payment for all of those who use his ocean. Our last session began after you had made it to Port Nyanzaru and met with Prince Wakanga. You found lodgings in the port while you trained to level 3, uncovering several rumours about the strange and humid land. When your training ended, you made your way back to Wakanga's. It was in that meeting that the Lady Syndra and Wakanga told you that they believe the pirates that attacked you are in league with Fort Beluarian, which is garrisoned by soldiers of the Duke's armies and mercenaries known as the Flaming Fist. While the Duke lays claim to the northern territories of Chult, he charges anyone crossing his land a fee for a charter of exploration, as well as 50% of the goods that you find as a fee. Those who do not have a charter of exploration are either taken and killed, or all of their goods are taken from them. To uncover the truth, they've asked you all for your help. Your mission is to contact a dinosaur jockey named Rocker, who is riding in the last race of the day, and then escort him to the fort, where you will purchase one of these charters and cause a distraction, giving Rocker enough time to find evidence of this pirate bargain. You must then leave him behind and return to Wakanga's with the charter. The Lady Syndra has entered the party in today's last race, under her own racing stable called Jungle Fever. She gave all of you racing vests of green and gold to wear while you compete, and then you made your way to the race, meeting her stable hands to get ready. Shortly after choosing your racing dinosaurs, you made your way to the starting line at the Golden Throne, where 18 racers crowded, waiting for the signal. The horn blew and the racers were off. The first leg of the race was across the bridge towards the Temple of Savras, where Dusted Cole kicked another rider off his dinosaur who fell into the crides below. The second stage was racing past the temple, where priests were standing with arms outstretched to give blessings to the racers. Yarlena, Dusted Cole and Vargo succeeded in gaining a boon. And this is where we pick up our session, in the middle of a dinosaur race. Only Marius is not on a dinosaur, but instead is waiting near Beggar's Palace with a few tricks up his sleeve. Right. Let's go over some of the rules again. Each turn you make an animal handling check to keep control of your dinosaur. The DC is listed next to the dino. If you succeed, you move the speed of the first number, and if you fail, you move half. Each turn you can attempt to lash your dinosaur to move at the higher number, and if you do, you will get advantage on your animal handling check. If you pass the check, you move at the higher number, but if you fail, you move at half that number. If you fail by more than 5, you lose control of your dinosaur. Beware, the following dinosaurs go berserk when a rider loses control: the Allosaurus, the Ankylosaurus, the Deinonychus, the Stegosaurus, and the T-Rex. If you are lashing your dinosaur, the dinosaur makes a constitution save. A fail means that the dinosaur will move at half speed, which would then be double half if you also fail your skill check. You can perform some special moves. You can jump onto someone else's dinosaur by making another animal handling check, only at a DC 10, which means that you'll climb onto your saddle. A pass gives you advantage on the jump, and a fail will give you disadvantage on your jump, which is an acrobatics check for a DC 13. If you pass this check, you land on the dinosaur in any fashion you choose, But if you fail, you fall, and you can make a DC check at 10, a dex check, to hang on to the side of the dinosaur which you are falling off. At any time you can hang on to the side of your dinosaur and you are considered prone. But at the start of your next turn you can then make a strength check to pull yourself up into the riding position. And that's a DC 10 as well. You can push a rider off a dino in two ways. You can either mount the dinosaur and push someone else off his own dino with a contested strength check, and the loser gets to make a dex check to see whether they stay on or fall off. Or you can kick from your own mount by making an attack, and the target gets to make a DC 10 dex saving throw or fall off. Everyone happy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see if I can get this music just a little bit softer. Perfect. Right. It was a frantic start, but immediately once the horn sounded, the turtle riding the T-Rex began whipping deadly treasure and bolted out in the front, closely followed by the Triceratops in green and white stripes, and behind it was the Stegosaurus called Juicy Strakes in brown and yellow stripes, alongside Jungle Princess, a Deinonychus painted pink with green dots. By the time the racers reached the Temple of Savras, a small pack of leaders was moving away from you. I hope I'm getting my racing voice right. Banana Candy, the T-Rex painted in yellow and pink dots, shot past the temple into the lead. And from behind all of you, the green and yellow Triceratops shot out ahead to take the lead, narrowly cutting close to the spectators. As you are racing in the middle of the pack, flying past the Temple of Savras, you close in on the point where the two paths merge into one, and in the distance you can see the turn coming up past the pavilions. But coming closer to you, maybe 25 feet ahead and closing fast, the rider of Jungle Princess loses control of the pink painted dinosaur. It stumbles, tail flicking upwards as a little halfling rider gets flipped into the air, and Jungle Princess begins to go berserk, charging at one of the last priests, handing out blessings to the riders. Racers in front of you are streaming past, trying to avoid the carnage. It is your turn next. You can either roll animal handling checks to avoid the carnage and continue down the course. You can choose to cast a spell or attack the berserk dinosaur. Or you can try and jump onto the other dinosaur and try to gain control of it so it doesn't attack the priest and the crowds while it's going berserk. Only Jarlena and Dusted Coal at the back, you could whip your dinos to catch up and kick it into the barriers. Because you are... You are both... Jarlena, you're right at the back, 65, and Dusted Coal, 75. The other three are 30-odd feet ahead of you. As you make your way around, I will mark something on the map quickly. Draw. Red. Right, that's where the priest is. And the out-of-control dinosaur right there. As you are coming around through that little pass, let us ask Lunan. You're streaks ahead. It is your turn.
Was trying to pick the priest up on my dinosaur an option?
You could do. You can race past and you can reach your hand out and try and grab him.
I'll try to do that.
All right. You are leaning on the side of your dinosaur. You would have to lean down, so I need you to make a dex check with a 10, DC 10, to see if you maintain the lean. And then what I will need you to do is the priest will roll a dexterity check to grab your outstretched hand, and then you need to roll a strength check to pick him up. So you need to do 2 rolls.
I'll go for it. I will roll that acrobatics because I don't have any proficiency there anyway.
Yes.
That looks good.
21 is very good. So, with some fancy leaning, you grab on the side of the dinosaur, reach your hand out. The priest sees this, and he puts his arms up to grab your hand, and with a 12 he makes it past the 10 requirement. Now you need to grab him and pull him, so you need a strength check with a DC 13 in order to yank him up.
Ooh, this is gonna be harsh. We'll see. Nope.
With a 3.
Nope.
Okay.
It dies.
Let me see here. Right. Okay, so you grab. Unfortunately, with the 4, he's a little bit heavy set and he's an old man. His strength isn't strong enough to hold on either. And your grip slips and passes. As you go, you shoot past as your grip slips and lets go. Vargo.
Okay, so I'm already under the effects of guidance.
Uh-huh.
Do I see any other Dimetrodon on the vicinity?
Bear with me while I bring up my dino riding. Right, so let me just put a line through here. Oopsie. Dimetrodons, there is one. It is right next to you, in fact, and it is being jockeyed by an Aarakocra who has got big wings sticking out the back of it. The dino itself is painted blue with white dots.
Alright. Any of my companions behind the Dimetrodon?
Behind that one, so yes, right behind it you have got Valrus is at 90, so he's right behind it. As well as the albino dwarf that was riding juicy steaks on the Stegosaurus. He is neck and neck.
Ooh, alright. Then this is gonna be interesting then. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna cast Sleep on the Dimetrodon.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna do it at 2nd level.
Mm-hmm. And it is instantaneous, isn't it? It is
just as long as I roll more than 19 hit points, yeah.
Can you send the sleep spell to the chat?
I'm trying.
Oh,
There it is.
Lovely. So you roll 5d8 to see how many hit points of creatures the spell can affect. Okay, so in which case then, let's see.
You said level 2, so you add as well.
So 6d8.
Cool. Let me just find the Dimetrodon. It's only got 19 hit points. So on 68. This is Go on.
One of the really annoying things about this is that it says up there. Never mind. I was having trouble with the sleep spell earlier today.
You were playing behind my back.
No, I was making a character with sleep spell.
So what's that? 5 plus 2d8.
No, it's 5d8.
Yeah, so I'm pressing the cast button on my sheet, but it doesn't work for some reason.
That's what I had troubles with earlier. So you have to manually roll 5d6 and 5d8 if you cast it on level 1, and obviously if you cast it on a higher level, you have to add 2d8 for every spell slot above.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so 7d8 in that case.
So you can use the picture of the little d8 below and click that 7 times, and then click roll. Go on, Lunan. Oh, 33.
Ooh, if I get more creatures, then perfect.
You could do, yeah. I mean, you've got literally,
Yeah.
literally behind you is the 19. The Stegosaurus has got 24, so that's 35, isn't it? 45.
Yep. Unfortunately, I was. Yeah, I think I was thinking more on the riders, but they probably
Okay.
had more victories. Anyway, I cast it on the Dimetrodon, so whatever happens, happens.
Right, and I assume the creature doesn't get a saving throw.
Nope.
So, the Dimetrodon immediately falls asleep and goes crashing into the ground. Let me just roll a quick dex check for the Aarakocra. Oh, and he fails his saving throw. He goes crashing into the ground with it, which begins to cause a pile up right in front over there. All right, he is out of the race. Let me just strike.
Yeah.
All right, so you've taken out one dino and one rider behind you. And you go shooting past the priest and the berserking dinosaur.
Yep. Do I roll for animal handling?
Not yet. We will do that again. Next up, though, is Valrus.
Yes, it is. I probably just want to avoid everything.
Okay, so you're just going to avoid everything.
Yes.
In which case, then just roll an animal handling check to avoid the carnage. Now you've got another down dinosaur that's just landed in front of you. So you're going to have to. So that is your dinosaur DC skill check.
Yes. There we go. That's a win right there.
Oh! Okay.
Oh boy.
Right.
Were you lashing?
He rolled a 2.
But if you lash, it gives you advantage, correct?
No, it's not a lash. It's just him trying to guide around the sleeping dinosaur, the berserking dinosaur, and the priest.
Yeah. He hasn't got
Oh.
his... this is your reaction rolls. So he hasn't managed to use his full action yet. Okay, so Valrus, you are going to start off the next turn basically in problems because you're going to be crashing into. You will get your next round to rectify your next turn.
Yes.
Okay, then after you is Dusted Cole, followed by Yelena. Right, Dusted.
I'm still on a Tyrannosaurus Rex, aren't I?
You are, I think.
That's because I jumped ship earlier.
Yes.
Is it feasible to jump to the Triceratops and try to grab the man, the priest?
Which Triceratops? Do you mean the berserking dinosaur?
No, my own.
Oh, yes, if your own is running alongside, you can... I mean, it's only been a couple of split seconds, so you can jump back onto your own dinosaur, yes.
And grab the priest, that's the point.
Ah, no.
Okay. Well, then we'll have to stay on the dinosaur for a bit.
Okay. What are you going to do?
I don't know, you were saying that we had the opportunity to whip and still avoid the carnage? Or how was that? Sorry.
Okay, wait.
I'm confused with that.
You are actually... you can whip your dinosaur to catch up to the raging one, and you can get a kick action as well to try and force it into the barriers. Or...
That sounds good.
Or you
Yeah?
can... you can get in... stand up, jump onto the dinosaur that's going crazy, and try and control it. Or you can just continue and roll an animal handling check to whiz past it. Although, mind you, you could jump onto your Triceratops and whiz past it as well.
Yeah, I'm still a little concerned for the priest though. So I'll probably stay on my own mount. Well, not own mount, but the Tyrannosaurus, and try to steer it and actually help this.
Okay, so you get advantage on your animal handling check to whip it and steer it near, and then you'll be able to get a kick action as well, provided your Tyrannosaurus Rex doesn't go berserk.
Hooray! Let's see. Rolling with that.
Oh, a 16.
Oh, that's what I needed.
Nice. The T-Rex is, do you have a animal handling bonus? You do, don't you? +3, 19.
Yeah, +3, yes. So it's above the 18.
Okay. So, let's roll for the T-Rex. Alright, so the T-Rex, you're whipping it, so he would move at 100, but it failed his constitution saving throw, so the T-Rex moves at 50, which moves at half speed, but that gives you enough speed anyway to catch up to the raging dinosaur. And you lean slightly over and you can make an attack roll. With advantage as well, because you're whipping.
So I need to do an attack roll, or what did you say? Sorry, a kick roll is just an attack roll with unarmed?
Yeah, a kick is just going to be a normal unarmed attack. And its armor class is 12. So you need to get a 12.
I think I have that.
Oh, wow. Alright, so as you whip the Tyrannosaurus Rex and it starts to go a little bit faster, you catch up to the other one, you stick out a clawed foot, thumping straight into the dinosaur. Let me just roll a d20 quickly. I'm rolling awfully. It stumbles, trips, and as its clawed feet get caught in amongst itself, it falls forward, lands crashing down into the dirt, head smacks into the ground. The dinosaur itself takes 5 points of damage as it goes crashing and gets knocked unconscious, sliding to a halt in front of the priest. The priest, as you bolt past it, looks up to you, eyes agog, and nods his head in thanks. And you go flying past. Yalena.
I'm just gonna whip in that case and charge on forwards.
Alright, brilliant. Go for it and roll your advantage if you don't mind.
It's animal handling, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
The sniper is at it again. Holy cow. Literally, Yalena gets on her haunches in the back of a dinosaur, gives it 2 little taps, looks up at you, gives you a bit of a wink, and then just bolts straight past. It just gives a little swerve, like a rugby player on the pitch sidestepping. And it skates past all the carnage going on in front of it as you zoom past as well. Righto. So, the only person that is going to be in trouble is Valrus. Okay.
Hell yeah.
As you race down past the Temple of Savras towards the bridge leading to the other temple, you pass the pavilion either side of you. The crowds are screaming on the sides of the roads. Yeah! They've just seen this daring act of people avoiding dinosaurs and people trying to grab priests. You slowly round the Temple of Gond, and in the distance you all of a sudden see powerful water-powered contraptions on display. You've noticed a couple of these huge tubes around the city itself, not really understanding what they're for. But before you can see a number of water jets spraying intermittent streams across the road. The that could knock you right off your dinosaur.
No.
As you're going round, now we get to the next leg. In addition to your normal animal handling check, each of you will have to roll a dex saving throw with a DC of 10 as the jets of water hit you. Valrus, you are stumbling at the back, so we will come to you because you're going to need to roll an additional avoiding check.
Yep.
Alright. Lunan is out in the front. Let me just... Alongside you, Lunan, you are slowly... You were at 100. 50 yards ahead of you is Rocker on Banana Candy, the yellow and pink dotted T-Rex. Just behind him... in line with him is a Triceratops painted green with yellow dots. It looks like there is an elf that's whipping frantically on the back of him. Behind them is another T-Rex with the turtle that's busy riding it, painted green and black stripes. And behind that is the two guides that you've seen on one of the billboards, Ferrul and Gondola, riding their Triceratops in green and white stripes. And then alongside you is a half-orc female who's riding an Allosaurus, painted in red and black stripes. The rest of the crowd behind you don't really notice, but you can hear the Stegosaurus of the albino dwarf breathing down your neck, not 10 yards behind you, whipping frantically as well. So, how are you going to proceed? Lash or no lash?
I'm lashing and want to catch up after seeing that priest was saved behind me.
Mm-hmm.
Then I just go full speed.
Excellent. So, you bend over your dinosaur and start lashing away. Roll your animal handling check with advantage, please.
Nice.
Oh, did you get a natural 20 as well? Holy cow.
Yes.
All right, show off. So, lashing all the while, what dino are you riding again?
A Triceratops.
You're on the Triceratops. All right, so that means you move 75.
Yes.
So you now get 175. Okay. As you begin lashing, you almost keep up with Rocker on his T-Rex, and from nowhere, as you pull out in towards second place, you notice another T-Rex pulls up alongside you, purple with yellow dots, and on it is local to Chult. The man you call, or the man that you were told is one of the fan favorites, Teriyaki. I need you to roll a dex saving throw as you pass through the water jets and get hit by the water flying across the road as you round the bend.
Oh, no.
Oh, 7 plus 2 is 9. Okay. The water jets hit you and you fall off, grabbing with one hand. You are going to have to struggle to mount your dinosaur next turn and suffer half movement speed.
Alright.
Okay. Right, next up after you, we have Vargo.
So animal handling, correct?
Correct.
I will lash for advantage and full movement.
Okay. Let's actually put this.
Yeah, 16.
16, nice. So you were riding the...
Dino, the one with 50 at full speed.
So a Deinonychus with 50
No,
or 60?
Dimetrodon.
Ah, the Dimetrodon. Okay. Oh, that one. Yeah, cool. So you move at 50. So you go at 150. You just don't manage to keep up with Lunan, but as you see the water jets coming, Lunan gets hit square in the face, slips, manages to hold on to his saddle with one hand as he's struggling to pull himself up. You fly quite close behind him, and out of the corner of your eye, before you manage to roll your saving throw, you notice the Triceratops the forest elf is riding. The rider's lashing him like crazy, pulls out right in front of Banana Candy in front of you. Please roll your saving throw. Dex saving throw. Oh, nice.
Ay,
The water jet's flying across the road. One clips you in the side of the head, but you manage to duck under, roll with it, sit upright in your saddle, and you do not suffer half movement speed next turn, managing to keep your place. Next up, though, Valrus. Valrus, I need you to roll a dexterity saving throw from the get-go, please.
Sounds good. Actually, no, it doesn't. But I think that's saving throw. Yes.
Okay.
Oh, that's a check. But
That's fine. Dex
Yeah,
check is
that's
good
fine.
as well. Your dinosaur also rolled an 18 for your dino. So it stumbles, you manage to hang on, yank the reins a little bit, and the stumble turns into a dip and a jump as your dinosaur manages to clear with a hurdle over the two fallen dinos in front of you. And the crowd roar! Start
now watch
clapping
me
and
face
applauding
plant in a second.
as your dinosaur lands onto the road and safety ahead of you. You find yourself in the middle of the pack. You're busy being jostled. Right behind you is a little gnome on an Allosaurus with blue and green stripes, as well as another dark-skinned human guy also on an Allosaurus with black and yellow stripes. They're busy catching up to you. They've both leapt over the carnage in front, and they're not actually lashing. Everyone behind you is slowly taking it steady, but they managed to pull up straight, level with you as you're moving. Are you going to lash and try and catch up to the pack, or not?
I can cast the spell, right?
You can use an action to cast a spell, yeah, and
Just trying to think real quick. Hold on, I'll have a little... Can I use my sorcery point to cast darkness ahead of me, where the pack is?
yes. Does it require a somatic component?
Oh, never mind. Hold on. Actually, I don't think I can, because it... Oh yeah, it's a material thing, so I don't think I can.
A material thing.
It has a material component.
What are you going to do?
Well, I don't think I have the materials at the moment.
Okay.
So... can't do that. Oh well, I'll lash then.
Oh, you're going to lash. Go on then.
Yeah. That. Alright.
The 19 is a definite pass, isn't it?
Yeah.
Alright. Amazing. So, you're riding which dinosaur?
It was... it was the medium one. Where was the list? It was the
Hadrosaur?
Hadrosaurus, yes.
Okay. So, you need to roll a con save for your dinosaur. You get... just roll d20 plus 1. You need to beat a 13.
Okay. I'll just roll a d20. Oh.
So the Hadrosaur moves 50 normally.
Yeah. So that's 13.
That passes. Wow. Nice. So you move up to 140 while you're lashing. Now, and as you come bolting around, you notice people in front of you being hit by these jets of water. You need to make a dexterity saving throw as the water sprays into your face and your body. Lashing viciously with your dinosaur, you pass through.
Here we go. Oh.
Oh, you
Oh.
alright. The jets of water hit you and you slip off your dinosaur, managing to hold on to your saddle, but next turn you will suffer half movement speed as you try remount. Next up,
Yep.
Dusted Cole. Dusted on your 75. Jostling for position right next to you is an Ankylosaurus dinosaur, and on top of it is a green dragonborn rider.
I mean, I would be a fool not to jump ship to him. So I'm gonna jump.
Alright.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I need you to roll a dex save to stand up, DC 10. If you pass, you get advantage on your jump, which is acrobatics. Oh, look at that. So the sprightly Tabaxi lifts his legs with no hands and hops on like surfing a big giant wave, eyes this Ankylosaurus and Dragonborn slowly passing him, and make your roll for your acrobatics check, please.
That would be a 21.
Whoa.
Nice.
So, okay. You land in style. You flip, somersault, twist, 3-point turn in the air and land in front or behind the Dragonborn. Where'd you want to go?
So what was that?
Choose your landing place. You can land on the dinosaur anywhere you want.
So if I land on the Dragonborn, I maybe pull him off?
How would you like to do it? Explain this to me.
Dustin is gonna try to, when he jumps, he takes a sideways jump and try to land sort of like with his left legs. If I'm jumping towards the left, his left leg stretched out, trying to sort of kick the man at least off balance, so he can actually control the rider instead of control the dinosaur instead of the rider.
So you're almost going to do a flying kick into the Dragonborn to take his place?
Yeah.
Basically. Okay. I need you to roll a strength check then, please. Yeah. And I think I'll give you advantage on this.
That's a 17.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Nice one.
Let's see.
What's these rolls?
So, yeah, you hop up, you do your somersault in the air and come flying across to your left onto the Ankylosaurus. Bearing in mind, the rider was not lashing. So your movement now, you'll move the same speed that he was, and
Suddenly.
he was, as he was passing you, you move up to 100, but you are now on an Ankylosaurus.
Huh?
100.
Okay.
Yes, so the Ankylosaurus will use the stats of the dinosaur listed as other, so you can move 40 or 60. But beware, this is, while you've only got a skill check of 12, this is one of the dinosaurs that can go berserk. Alright. Next up then, let's go back to the map, is Charlena.
Yeah. Is it a dex save?
Oh, actually, sorry, Arlena, before you go, I need Dustin
Yep.
Cole to roll a dex for the water. as you manage to land on the Ankylosaurus.
I have a 17.
Oh wow, okay.
Nice.
That roll just went all over the place, didn't it? Alright, you manage to grab on, the water hits you in the face, and meow! As it does, you let out a little cat meow. Yarlena, your turn. Are you whipping or just going standard?
I'm gonna probably have to whip it.
Yeah. Yep, you've fallen to the back of the pack. The two Allosaurus are like either side of you.
Neither of those are any good. I
No.
don't think. I think I'm. Oh no! I don't have bless. I have what's it called instead?
You've got the +2
Facing
to armor
thing.
class, yeah.
Yeah. Oh well. I'll just hobble along at the back.
Alright, remind us what dinosaur you're on?
Hadrosaurus as well.
Yeah, it was a Hadrosaurus.
Okay, so whipping you'll go 50, you got a DC 10. Oh, you've already rolled your animal handling check, so you managed to make it.
Yeah.
Just, good job.
I thought I missed it. Oh, that's alright then.
So that's 115, isn't it? Alright, lagging is slightly at the back, but I need you to roll a dexterity saving throw, dex check, sorry, DC 10 as well. As you round the corner, the water jets come flying out. Oh, nice, and you duck and dive and weave and bob and manage to hang on to your dinosaur as you go racing past. Now then,
Phew.
at the start of the next race, in front of you, right at the front, the two T-Rexes, handled by Roka and Banana Candy, and the Turtle, Quilgok and Deadly Treasure, have taken the lead at 250. Just behind them, the other T-Rex Monster Munch has caught up to them, but he stopped whipping, and he bolts down ahead. The Triceratops with the Forest Elf on him, he's also been whipping frantically. He's stopped as soon as he pulls up with all the other three T-Rexes in the front. All of a sudden, the albino dwarf Stegosaurus, he loses control, and the thing jumps and starts to lose control. Fortunately, the Stegosaurus is not one of the dinosaurs that goes berserk, but it veers off down the stairs and runs straight instead of making the turn, and the albino dwarf falls off the saddle as he loses control, crashing into the barriers. The next couple of dinosaurs, we've got the middle pack. The Allosaurus pulls up to 155. The other Allosaurus with the half orc on it pulls up to 200. Batten down the hatches, the third Allosaurus pulls up to 150 as the packs begin to separate slowly. And in between those two is the Triceratops Zongo with the two guides on the back of it. Right, top of the round then. At 175, we now have Lunan.
Yes.
Right, bear with me, Lunan. As you pass by the staircase in the Temple of Gond, you start to reach the Temple of Soon. Rounding the bend, you're about to race underneath the elevated causeway that leads to the Temple of Soon. Beautiful followers of Soon are standing on the overpass, throwing shiny objects down onto the racers as you pass by that will decidedly make you more appreciatively attractive. There are streamers and glitter falling down from above you. Unfortunately, what this means is that as your animal passes underneath, you need to make either animal handling check or a dex saving throw to make sure that your dinosaur is not blinded as the glitter and the streamers come falling down on top of you. I'll let you make the choice. First up then. Go Go
I'll
on.
do animal handling first.
Okay, so first you need to tell me what speed you're going at as well.
You said I would go half speed due to being hit by water.
Good point. You are busy climbing up at half speed. So, is that your animal handling check for the half speed?
That was my animal handling for the glitter.
Okay. So, as you shoot underneath the bridge, you manage to steer your dinosaur and avoid getting blinded. I also need you to make an animal handling check to keep control of your dinosaur, please.
Yes.
You are riding the... Let me actually just scroll up to where we listed them.
That was a fail. The Triceratops, this is 14 check.
Okay, so, I mean, you're not whipping the dinosaur, but unfortunately, Triceratops is 50, so you do move 25. We'll keep it to, you're on 200.
Yes.
Alright, next up then is Vargo.
So, do we not get an action last turn?
With the action was avoiding all of the water.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
You do get an action this turn.
yeah. So I'm lashing for max speed.
Okay. So you're on the Dimetrodon. Ooh,
Yep,
14.
that's will do it. And do I get an action or this
Yes.
was it?
Yes.
You get an action.
You get an action.
And I have to roll a saving throw as well.
For your dinosaur, yes. So either animal handling or you can do the dinosaur, you can roll a dex.
Okay, do I roll my own dex?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
there you go.
Easy. Okay, so you manage to avoid being blinded, as does your dinosaur. You are allowed an action as well as you're passing under this bridge. You manage to...
All right. Do I see the? There are two Tyrannosaurus Rex living, correct?
There are. So there's right out in the front at 250 are two Tyrannosaurus Rex and a Triceratops. The three of them are neck and neck. And then at 225 is the third Tyrannosaurus Rex. The next up at 205 is the half-orcs Allosaurus. So in front of you, there's 5 other dinosaurs.
And Hadrosaurus, you said.
There's no Hadrosaurus in front of you. Tyrannosaurus Rex, an Allosaurus,
All right. Yeah. Bardo is gonna cast guidance on himself.
okay. Does it have somatic components?
I think it does. Yeah.
Then, because you're on the back, you'll need to roll a Dexterity 13 check. Concentration check, sorry. A DC 13 concentration check. Oh,
Yeah.
19. Okay, so, yeah. No problem. You managed to make the correct somatic movements and the spell casts off on yourself. Guidance. Alright. Is that your turn?
Yes.
Excellent. Then, next up on 140 is Valrus.
Yep. I'm moving at half speed as well then. I think.
Mm-hmm. As you're pulling yourself up onto your Hadrosaurus.
Yes. I will roll the animal handling. Not great again. Ouch.
Okay, so, I mean, you're already moving at half speed, so 160, I need you to now roll to see if your dinosaur will be blinded. You can either roll either Dex or Animal Handling.
I'll roll Dex.
Okay. Perfect. Right, so your dinosaur manages to avoid getting streamers in its eyes. Do you want to do an action or anything else? At part 4, I mean, almost alongside you is an Allosaurus. If you wanted, you could try and kick out and boot the guy off his dinosaur.
Actually, I think someone cast Sleep, so I think I could cast Darkness ahead of me.
Yes. What's the material components required? Do you want to send it to the chat?
Sure. If I know how.
Click on the spell, and then right at the top it should be send log, game log. If not, then I can do it for you.
I am blind. I do not see it.
Let's bring up your sheet, shall we? Darkness. Send to game log.
Yeah.
Bat fur and a drop of pitch or a piece of coal. So I mean, the piece of coal is easy to find.
Bat fur, not so much, maybe.
I'll give it to you. I'm gonna say, obviously, you know, you guys went already adventuring, so when you went to, I'll give this one to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll use my what are the sorcery points? I think to cast it, so I can see through it myself.
Ooh, okay.
Yes.
Right.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Oh. Screw the rest of us, I guess.
Wow, most of you are ahead of me.
Oh
There we
dear.
go.
Or
This just turned into Mario Party or Mario Party basically. Someone just used the blue shell basically on the leading group.
So, you are at 160. The maximum you can do is cast it at 220
Yep.
up ahead. Yes.
Yeah.
Is that you're going to cast it up to the maximum?
Yeah, fuck a soul.
I could put it at 200, or like right behind them.
So at 199. Mind
Is
you,
there a lot of people ahead of them?
so you would have to, in order to just miss them out, you'd have to put it at 185 because it's 15-foot radius sphere, isn't it?
Yeah.
So 185 will be basically just ahead of you, really. To answer your question, then there is 205 is an Allosaurus. At 250 is a Triceratops.
Wouldn't reach that.
At 225 is a T-Rex. And at 250 are 2 other T-Rex as well. So
I can handle the 225 probably. I mean, it would barely reach that, so I'll just put it behind them. Get the people that are behind us so they don't catch up.
So you're going to place it at the maximum 220?
No, because it would like hit only one extra person with that, I think. And I have hopes that they can overtake him, so I'll place it behind
where on the map?
At 185-ish, I guess then.
Can you try and choose a spot on the map for me?
Whereabouts are we exactly?
You are where this hooded figure is, which is underneath the walkway. Yeah. So I suppose that's where the pack is passing through now. You would probably place it about there, because then it'll catch everyone coming through, unless you choose a path either side.
Yeah, I'll catch everyone going through.
Okay, so everyone behind 200 and... or 190?
It'd be 185.
185, okay. So, basically that's going to catch 1, 2, 3 other riders, as well as Yelena, and maybe Dusted Coal, depending on what he's doing next.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's only verbal and some material, so yeah,
Yeah.
done. All right. Up ahead of you, as you're racing through, you manage to use your action and you cast darkness in a 15-foot sphere, and all of a sudden, some of the crowds are like, "Oh, ooh!" A hush falls over the crowds as people start waiting for the excitement and the carnage that's about to take place. Is that your turn?
Yes.
Alright then, next up, Dusted Coal. No, Dusted, you're on 100, aren't
Yelena.
It's
Yeah,
Yelena.
exactly. Yelena first.
I've overtaken someone.
Right, so
Finally.
that's a 185. Plus minus 15. Okay, Yelena, firstly, whipping or not whipping?
Oh, dare they give my dinosaur a break this round and not whip?
You're on a Hadrosaurus, it doesn't matter. I mean, it won't go berserk. You're quite fortunate in that respect.
That's true, actually. I'll whip.
Go on then. Right, so frantically again on your haunches, whoosh, you start whipping your Hadrosaur. Right, let's see. Ooh.
13 and a 1.
Right, you're lucky you rolled with advantage, eh? Holy cow. Alright, so you managed to move up 15. Flying under the streamers and the glitter, though, you have to choose whether or not you're going to roll another animal handling check or the dex check to avoid blindness.
I'll take that dex instead.
And as you just ease past Valrus, you notice another natural 20. Oh my god.
I'm wasting them all.
You notice Valrus casts darkness up ahead of you.
I just glare at him as I go past him.
As you go past him, you have an action. You can either glare with intent, or you could even try and kick him.
I'll glare with intent.
Okay, roll your glare attack.
I'll use
Do
it
a smiting kick.
Yeah. Oh, and Valrus, as soon as you finish casting, Yelena pulls up alongside you and looks back. The eyes burning into your face. The intense stare. Right, Dusted Coal. You've landed on top of this Ankylosaurus and you're busy cruising through. You notice some of the shenanigans ahead of you. You're at 100. Your Ankylosaurus can move at 40 or 60 if you're whipping.
Yeah, I think I want to catch up to whoever cast darkness just now.
Okay, so you're gonna start whipping. All right then.
Oh yes, most assuredly, yeah.
Right, roll advantage with advantage, please. You need a 12.
Oh dear.
Okay.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Wow. So you definitely fail your animal handling check by more than 5. I need you to roll a dexterity saving throw, please, to hold on to the Ankylosaurus as it starts to go berserk.
Yeah.
No!
No.
Okay.
Oh no!
Right. You do... Now, first things first. Let's see, you were at 100. You're whipping, so it would have moved 60, but it moves to... It failed its constitution saving throw, so it'll only move 30. Looking around you, you realize the Ankylosaurus starts to go berserk. at 130, catching up to you on level at 4. From 100 to 150 was a Triceratops. No, the other Allosaurus. His rider was beating him furiously. The 2 Allosaurus are the only options that you can jump onto if you want to abandon this berserking Ankylosaurus.
So you had an Allosaurus and
They're 2 Allosaurus.
okay.
The third Allosaurus is actually ahead of you, so you won't be able to catch him. But
Yeah.
both Allosaurus riders are whipping frantically. The gnome is riding blue and green striped Allosaurus, and is right next to you. And just behind you is black and yellow striped Allosaurus, who the rider is also whipping. You can choose which one you want to jump onto.
Like right now?
Well, yeah, as an action, if you want to use your action to abandon ship.
Oh yes, I'll try to stay in this. Let me jump to the one that's closest, so I don't have to. So I can focus on just not the.
So you're gonna go. That's basically if you land, you've got to do a contested strength check with either a female gnome or a human male.
Yeah, let's do it with the gnome. That's probably easier, but she'll probably kick my ass anyway.
Okay, so I need a DC 10 dexterity check to see if you can stand on, and if you pass that, you get advantage on your acrobatics check.
Just barely.
Just manage. Okay. As the Ankylosaurus starts to go berserk, you manage to stand up, and now roll your acrobatics check, please.
That was almost a 15. Almost.
Almost, wasn't it?
Yeah, but not good enough.
Let's see, what was the jumping on acrobatics check of 13? A fail. So you failed your acrobatics check. You get to make one final dex check to see if you can actually grab onto the side of the dinosaur that's passing you. So you need a... Oh, okay. Where was that natural 20 before?
Yeah, exactly. I was doing so well up to this point. I don't know what happened.
Alright, so you start whipping your Ankylosaurus, and unfortunately, as you're whipping it so hard, the reins slip out your hands, the Ankylosaurus starts to go berserk and moving all over the place. You jump up onto your saddle and leap off onto the dinosaur passing you, which is the other... I've forgotten the name, sorry. The Allosaurus. Ridden by the female gnome on the back, and as you leap into the air, your foot slips and you start falling, but you manage to grab hold with one hand onto the rider's saddle. You have, however, moved up to 150 as she was whipping. Okay. Then let me just roll a saving throw for the other one who was at 75 to avoid... Okay, so the other Allosaurus manages to avoid the carnage behind you. Right. Moving on to the next round. Everyone... Lunan and Vargo will not have to worry about the darkness. However... you are both Luna and Vargo. As you bolt down the road, you realize some darkness beginning to form around you. Crowds are lining either side of the streets. There is a fork in the road up ahead. Which path do you choose, Lunan, left or right?
I'm going right.
You're going right. Vargo, which path do you choose, left or right?
Where did the Tyrannosaurus went?
Ooh, which Tyrannosaurus? There's 3 in front of you.
Well, all of them. Whenever I saw.
Okay, so one of them went left, the other two went right, and the Triceratops went left.
All right, then I'm going left.
Okay, you're going left, and Lunan, you said right.
Yes.
Okay, so in which case then I need to know whipping or not whipping.
Lunan is whipping.
Mm-hmm. Vargo?
Vargo is whipping as well.
Oh, okay. Can I have, both of you being at 200, can I have your rolls with advantage? Okay, so Lunan, no problem.
Yes.
You're on a Triceratops.
Yeah.
So you managed to go 75. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah. Nice one. So 275. And Vargo, you got a 15. So your handling check is passed. And you're on a Dimetrodon. So you go 50. Wow. How have you managed to keep up with Lunan? 250. Okay, so left. As you turn left, Vargo, the crowd suddenly start to part as a series of jumps and hurdles, obstacles in your way appear. The T-Rex and the Triceratops, which have gone down, manage to swerve and jump and avoid as the riders are frantically beating their mounts. Only the T-Rex is beating, the Triceratops is not. I need you to roll a dexterity check in order to avoid the obstacles, please. DC 12. Oh,
Yeah.
nice one. Okay. No problem. You bolt down the side and you emerge out of the obstacle-laden course, where Lunan on the right-hand side, suddenly, as you come around the first little bend, a cloud of flying lizards is swooping around the racetrack, in one alley, out of the other, zooming directly into the path of you and your fellow racers. I need you to roll a dexterity 11 saving throw, please.
A Dex 11.
Yes. Oh, nice. Okay. You managed to get hold of your dinosaur as it's going through, duck and dive and miss a couple of these flying lizards. You do notice your dinosaur licking its lips as it sees lunch flying past it, but you carry on nonetheless. Do either of you want to do any actions while you're flying down these two paths?
Yep. What dinosaurs do I have in front? The Triceratops and
A T-Rex.
at which distance?
The T-Rex is at 275. His rider was whipping it, and unfortunately the T-Rex ran into one of the barriers, stumbled, and is trying to find its feet, and is getting back up to speed. The Triceratops, the rider didn't whip it at all, and mustn't known the barriers were crumbing, because he just cruised at normal speed through the barriers and the obstacles, and carried on running. He is now positioned in the lead at 300.
Okay, in that case, Vargo is gonna cast Minor Illusion in front of the Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Okay. Can you send Minor Illusion to the chat, please?
It has Somatic, yeah.
Okay, so you'll need to make a concentration check at 13 in order to cast the spell off.
Alright, do I get advantage because of Warcaster or... no, it doesn't, no, it's not.
Answered your own question. Ooh,
What was the DC?
13.
13.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, nice one. So you managed to cast your spell.
All right. The illusion is gonna be the one of a little kid in front of the Tyrannosaurus Rex.
I thought you said the Triceratops.
Oh, okay. All right. The Triceratops. Doesn't matter.
Are you? Well, roll. Do me a favor and roll a perception check for me, please.
Oh, all right. But the Triceratops was 300 feet, I think. Correct?
Mm-hmm. The Triceratops is out in the lead, followed by the T-Rex.
Yeah, so I cannot do the Triceratops because Minor Illusion has 30 feet range.
Okay. So
I can do the Tyrannosaurus Rex, which is 25 feet ahead.
I get you. Okay, so because of range, although mind you, you could choose either because they were both on 250, moving to 375.
Then whichever, right? I don't care.
In which case, then roll the perception check for me, please.
Nah, I'm blind.
Okay, yeah, no, you don't notice anything. No hints from the Dungeon Master. Which one is it going to be?
I'm gonna cast it on the... Yeah,
It's
on
either the one who's going to take the lead, or the T-Rex that's already stumbled and slowed down.
The Rex is more dangerous. I'm doing it in the T-Rex.
Okay, so it's going to be an illusion of a little child.
Yep.
Doing what?
Just standing there, frightfully. I hope it is a good person riding the dinosaur and stops.
Uh-huh. Okay, so he manages to roll a dexterity saving throw. As this T-Rex is stumbling and starts to get up and everything, this little child, you notice, appears in front of the course, and the rider leads over, holding on to the saddle, drops to the ground with 2 feet and pushes so that the dinosaur shifts out of the way and then pulls himself up back into the saddle as the T-Rex is so slowly stumbling, and he manages to avoid the little child. However, he's not going to be able to move at full pace next round.
Nice.
Okay, that I need to change then. Bugger.
I would like to cast a thing as well.
Uh-huh.
I would like to cast guidance on myself. It has a somatic.
Okay. Then I need you to roll a 13 on your Constitution saving throw, please.
Nope.
Okay, so you don't expend the spell, but just because you're riding so quickly, you can't get your hands to form the somatic signs. You can't make the somatic shapes with your hands, and the spell, don't lose it, but it doesn't fizzle out, it just doesn't cast, so you still keep it.
It's a cantrip, so it wouldn't have mattered, but I really can't cast spells on this dino.
No, it's quite difficult, isn't it? Right, next up then, from the back and now in third position of the team is Yelena. Whipping or non-whipping? Which course firstly, and whether you're whipping or not?
I'm gonna stick to the left.
Okay, so
I don't want to go north.
now I am going to Darkness 15. I'm going to have to give you a disadvantage on your roll as you go through.
Yeah, god damn it.
Because of the darkness. So, but firstly, whipping or not?
Whipping.
Okay, in which case, roll your animal handling check. And because it's the dinosaur, the darkness for avoiding the obstacles will fall onto the dinosaur, really, but you'll make the roll. Alright, so you manage to grab hold of your dinosaur, no problem, steer him down the left as you pass through this patch of darkness. As a dino bolts out, please roll Dex at disadvantage for me.
Okay.
The dinosaur comes bolting out through and appears to be startled. Oh dear.
Oh my god.
So, you were rolling and whipping, and you were riding a hadrosaur. So
Yes.
you would have gone at 50, but the dinosaur stumbles, looks up as the darkness comes and a barrier smacks into him, and he starts to trip over. I need you to roll a dex check for me, please, or fall off, and it's a DC 10.
Oh my
Alright,
god.
you managed to hold on, but unfortunately, this time has cost you half your movement speed.
Yeah.
The hadrosaur, you only get to move 25. That means you're on 190.
I send another glare at Varus.
I don't see it, 'cause actually I do. I see through the darkness.
Yeah.
Right.
She looks past me, because she doesn't see me.
Yeah. Yelena, is that your action, the glare?
You know what? I'm gonna bless myself
Oh, okay.
if I can.
Yeah.
I guess if I can also, I don't quite know how far away Dustin Cole is, but if he's within 30 foot, I'll give it to him. As well.
He starts off at 15 behind you, so
Oh, that's alright.
yeah.
Yeah, so she would cast it before she enters the darkness because she cannot see me afterwards.
Yes.
Yep.
As I enter, I'll fling it in your direction.
Let's have a quick look. See.
How many targets can you get with it?
I think I can get. Is it 3? I think. Oops. Let me do.
It's 3 at first level.
Yeah.
I mean, you could give it to me
I can't see.
Yeah, I can't
well,
see
before
you.
going into the darkness.
You can also
No.
give it to the dinosaur.
You put it up.
So you could give
I
it
don't
to your dinosaur as well.
Yeah, I'll give it to a dinosaur as well.
Okay.
I glare at her.
Okay, cool. You need to make a 13 concentration saving throw.
Oh
for me,
yeah, it
please.
has a somatic component.
I hope you're better than me.
A save. Nope. I'm not better.
Oh dear. Okay, so
Oh,
the
well.
spell doesn't get wasted though. It's not been used. You just weren't able to make the correct hand gestures.
Nothing happens.
Okay. Thalrus, Prince of Darkness.
Yes.
It is your turn. Which path are you choosing, left or right?
Right one.
You're going to go down the locust-infested path, the birds one. Great. Are you whipping or are you not whipping?
I'll try and whip.
Okay, then I need you to please roll with advantage.
Boom. Please. Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, so you're on a hadrosaur as well, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Right, so you manage to move at 50 as you go down. Coming out of the little alleyways between the houses, all of a sudden flying lizards come shooting through, causing chaos as you fly down the pathway. I need you to make a dexterity 11 save, please.
Just quickly wondering if there's anything that I can do to prevent that, but I don't think so. Oh, that's nice.
Okay, no problem. You manage to avoid all of it. You pull up to 210 as you go flying down. Action? Do you want to do anything?
I don't know, I've got mirror image. I don't think it's very useful in this, though. No, I'll pass.
Okay.
Just gonna-
Then we move on to Dusted Cole, who's bringing up the back of the pack.
I do, and I'm struggling with a gnome on the back of an
So,
Allosaurus.
yes, so the first thing you need to do is roll a strength check for me to see if you can pull yourself up onto the dino. And it's a DC 10. So you rolled an 11. I don't know why
Yes,
you rolled
sorry, for some
twice.
reason I don't know why it rolled twice either. I must have missed something. Yeah, but 11. Yeah.
Okay, so you managed to pull yourself up onto the back of the dinosaur. The gnome sees you and she starts frantically beating her Allosaurus. Okay. You have an action. You can try and kick her off if you want, or stay on. Or you can get up and jump off and choose something else.
I'm just evaluating because I would rather her sort of like ride through the darkness. But
So, because you're not controlling the dinosaur, you won't need to make any of the saves or any of the whipping. It all rests on her because she's already going at the same
but
time
on
as
the
you.
other hand, I wouldn't do what I did unless I want to kick her off. So let's kick her off.
Yeah. Okay. Then I need you to roll a contested strength check, please. Let me.
Never mind.
Alright, so I get a 13, you get a 3. So she manages to hold on while she's whipping. She pulls down the right-hand side of the track, and as the flying lizards start coming out all over the place, she fails her dex saving throw, and the Allosaurus starts jumping and nipping at some of these flying lizards as it catches them in its mouth and starts to eat some of them. Num num num, great meal. Unfortunately, though, you only move to 190 while you're on the back of this dinosaur. Okay. Right, where are we? Next leg. And the positions as we go down the next part of the course, the winding road heading down towards Beggar's Place, where where Marius is waiting for you to offer assistance. The straight is long and narrow. There's rubble on either side as the dinosaurs ride down, roaring through the last part before you hit the old city. Huge crowds in the distance are standing over elevated walkways connected between the two ziggurats. Roaring sounds of cheering comes to you. The next straight section that leads into there is basically a straight run. Sorry. So out in front we have a new leader. The T-Rex ridden by the Turtle is out in front at 300 alongside the Triceratops at 300. Both of them are leading the pack. From there at 275 we have the T-Rex in yellow and pink dots ridden by the human Rocker. At 250. Oh, sorry, at 275 we have Lunan, who looks like he's in 4th. At 250 we have the other T-Rex, Monster Munch, alongside Vargo. And then slowly nipping at his heels we have the Triceratops of Ferrul and Gondola, the guides, at 225. Then, just below 200, we have the female gnome with our boy riding on the back. 190, I left out Valrus at 210. Between 210 and 190 is now the new middle pack. As you guys start bolting down one of the dinosaurs, the half-orc Allosaurus, riding the Allosaurus, the dinosaur begins to go berserk, veering down the path. and the rider loses control, crashing into the ground, and the dinosaur hits the barrier and goes right into the crowds. Screams of cheering die to a couple of groans of pain as you go bolting down towards the gates of Beggar's Palace. The next leg of the race, I need... Who is whipping? Or let's start. Lunan, whipping or not whipping?
Now I can taste the front, so I'm going for full out whipping.
Full out whipping. Okay, excellent. I need you to roll with advantage, please. You've chosen an awfully good dinosaur.
Oh, it was so close to double crit.
Wow, so no problem. Your Triceratops goes flying down at 75 again, so you're on 350. Let me just change. What I realize I didn't do is because you're whipping, I need you to make a Constitution save for your dinosaur, please. You get +2 and you need to get 15. So, alright, so because you're whipping, the dinosaur fails its constitution, you move half, so you're on 30, call it 38.
Yep.
So you make 312. Okay. You have an action this turn if you like.
I continue trying to make that prey and cast guidance on myself.
Okay, so con save for 13, please.
Finally.
Nice, okay. So you get your spell off as you go bolting down into Beggar's Palace. Next up then is Fargo. Whipping or not whipping?
I'm whipping, but question: can I do my action first, or does it come after?
What is your action?
I'm gonna try and bless Lunan and myself.
Oh yeah, that's no problem.
All right, so I bless Lunan, myself, and my dinosaur.
Okay.
Constitution saving throw, correct?
Sorry, Constitution, yes, 13. Oh, nice. Okay, so you cast Bless. So you want to bless yourself before you start whipping?
Yep.
Ah, so you want... Okay.
So Lunan, you are blessed as well.
My thanks.
He's bolted. He's now 62 feet ahead of you. But Vargo, are you going to whip to catch up or not?
I am.
That's a yes.
Yeah, nice.
With a natural 20, that's not bad. So you want a Dimetrodon. So you move 50. But you need to roll a saving throw for your dinosaur constitution. Because you're whipping. You'll move 50 unless you fail your dinosaur's constitution save.
So 13 plus a d4.
You didn't bless your dinosaur though, did you?
Yep, I blessed myself, my dinosaur, and Lunan.
Okay, well done then.
So 14.
14. Your dinosaur needs a 15, but he gets a +2 constitution bonus. So I'll give it to you.
No, the constitution bonus is already, so I failed with a 14.
So then you move half speed at 25. So you're on 275. Yep.
Yep.
Alright. Then we have Valrus, who's pulled into .210, 210 points. Valrus, your turn. Whipping, not whipping, and do you have an action?
Still whipping, I think.
Okay. On your Hadrosaur, yeah?
Yes.
So you're going to be moving 50.
That's fine.
Nice. So you need to make a saving throw for your dinosaur, please. The hadrosaur is a you need a 13, but he gets +1 to his Constitution save.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
That's not good.
So you move at 25.
Mm-hmm. Is there anyone close to me? Still.
Yes.
Okay.
So-
How far away are they?
Right next to you is the Triceratops with Ferrule and Gondola on it. Then just behind you is the Allosaurus. And just near that, the Allosaurus with dusted coal on the back.
Okay.
But just ahead of them is the other Allosaurus with black and yellow stripes.
Can I try and scare the dinosaur that's next to me with thaumaturgy, for example? Create like a loud thunderclap in its face?
Yeah, you can. Is that the Triceratops or the Allosaurus?
Whichever was like closer to me.
The Triceratops.
Triceratops, I think. Yeah.
Cool. Right, so you want to try and distract the animal?
Yes.
Okay, let's roll a saving throw for the dinosaur. Ooh, dear. Okay, I get a 3 on that one. So, as you're whipping and your dinosaur doesn't react to the whipping and go any faster, you also cast off thaumaturgy, and this huge lightning crash happens in front of this Triceratops, which startles, rears up, and then I need both of Ferrule and Gondola to make saves. Ferrule falls off the dinosaur. I don't know why I added them, but anyway. Gondola holds on, and Ferrule is hanging on the side of the Triceratops, which then moves at half speed. So I need to change this now. 350. Ooh. Okay. Triceratops. So they land up on 250. Okay. Right. Next up then is dusted coal on the back of the Allosaurus with the gnome.
So, other than Jalena close to me,
Mm-hmm.
I have an Allosaurus with a human on it.
Yep. Yes, you do.
I am actually gonna sit this one out and just try to balance myself.
Are you going to try and knock the gnome off the dinosaur in front of you? Well, you're holding onto the same dinosaur. There's two of you riding.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm not gonna try to kick her off just yet.
You are not going to try and kick her off.
Oh, who gives a shit? That's why I'm here. Yeah, I'll kick her off.
Because otherwise she's going to try and kick you off.
A 14.
Ooh. Oh, okay. You managed to grab her by the hair and just slam her face into the back of the dinosaur's head and shove her off, and she falls off the dinosaur. You managed to gain control of the Allosaurus, and she was busy whipping as well, so... Actually, mind you, 190, yeah. You now move up to 240 and take control of the dinosaur. It is Yarlena's turn. At 190 next to you, you notice Dusted Coal smashing this little gnome into the back of the Allosaurus. As the gnome pulls back dazed, he just slumps her over on the side and leans over, grabs the reins and grabs the whip from the now unconscious gnome and rides off into the distance as the Allosaurus picks up speed. What are you doing?
I'm gonna try and cast Bless again. and then and our whip.
Okay, so why don't you roll your Constitution check for bless, please?
Yay!
Oh, a natural 20 again! Is that number 4? Holy cow! Alright, you're casting bless on who? Yourself, your dinosaur, and Dusted Coal?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, Dusted, make sure you remember you got bless now. And now you're going to be whipping.
Yes.
Alright, whip away with advantage, please. Hadrosaurus moves 50. So you've passed that, no problem, and roll a saving throw for your dinosaur, please.
A Constitution saving throw, or yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm writing it in, you better pass. You...
It rolled onto an 18 and then flipped onto a 2.
Oh,
Very nice.
dear. even with the +4 for the Hadrosaurus,
Yeah.
you still need a 12, 13. Oh, what? So you move 25, so you're on 115, aren't you?
Oh boy.
Where's the erase now? Erase. Okay. So you managed to drop to the back of the pack. Oh, okay. As you pass through Beggar's Palace, the couple of you that are flying through, you notice 3 little small pseudo-dragons come zooming out from the ziggurats below, and they start flying in towards the pack leaders. The green Triceratops with the forest elf in front of him stumbles and falls as the little dude manages to attack him. So, oh man, he is out. As he trips up, you can hear the crowds, their groans start to die out, take over all of the other sounds around you. Another one of the little pseudo-dragons comes flying down, and the turtle on the T-Rex in front of him alright, the turtle manages to keep control. Actually, no, that's a fail, it's a T-Rex. The turtle stumbles, and the little pseudo-dragon manages to attach itself to the undercarriage of the dinosaur. He is out as well. The underbelly undercarriage. Right. And there is a third one, isn't there? And then the third little one comes around, also flies out towards one of the other Triceratops. And Ferrul and Gondola, who are straining behind, holding on. The third little pseudo-dragon from Marius manages to take them out as well. All of a sudden, 3 dinosaurs crash down, rolling into a pile on the sides as you go flipping. They go flipping in the air and you go zooming past. Left in the race now, we have Rocker, who's riding Banana Candy on the T-Rex. He is out in front at 325. Teriyaki running on the other T-Rex, Monster Munch, painted purple with yellow dots. We have the gnome is no longer in, but we've got Batten Down the Hatches being ridden by our own Dusted Coal. He's in the race. And the Allosaurus, which was at the back of the field, the black and yellow striped Allosaurus as well, is also currently in the race. So we've got 1, 2, 3 other riders plus yourselves.
Sorry, I didn't really catch.
Catch what?
The position of Monster Munch?
Monster Munch is second, I believe. No, he is neck and neck with Vargo. And I think we will take our break there. It is 9:15.
All right.
So 9:16. Let's say 9:30. Let's take 15 minute break.
All right.
Sounds good.
While I just update everything, and we'll see you guys back here in a second. Right, we're back.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, just before we hit the old town, the race standings are Roka and Banana Candy out in front. Closely nipping at his heels is Lunan on his Triceratops. And tying for third place is Teriyaki the Human on the T-Rex Monster Munch, alongside Vargo on his Dimetrodon. After that, we have got Dusted Coal on the Allosaurus battened down the hatches. Closely followed by Mbonambi, the Allosaurus called Nasty Boy. And Valrus and Jarlena on their Hadrosauruses bringing up the rear. That's everyone, isn't it?
Yep. So, question, DM. What did the Zeus familiars do? Did they took people out of the race?
Yes. Yeah. So Marius's spell, he cast out of game. He cast a flock of familiars that went flying around, and basically by the end of this stage have harassed the dinosaur, each different dinosaur, and the rider, as you see on the map, the brown arrows, from once they go in through the Executioner's Run, which is what this place is called, right out until they exit. He's basically, the familiars have been attacking and distracting the dinosaurs, and they've taken out 3 of them. 3 of the race leaders.
All right.
Is that okay?
Yeah, so Barris is now first.
No, he's second. Wait. Felrus, did you say?
Yeah, he did say.
Yeah, sorry. Lunan.
Yeah.
Lunan is second.
All right.
But out of the party, he's first. Roka is first.
Roka, the guy we're supposed to meet with, is first.
Okay, perfect.
Any other questions? That sounds like a no. Alright then. Let's get back into dino racing. Okay. So, the next leg. The next leg is the old city. Your dinosaurs roar riding through the gates of the old city as the crowds above on the elevated walkways, the ziggurats, looking down and are cheering, gasping and crying out. All of them appear to be supporting Roka as well. Coming up, you will need to make 2 sharp turns as you round the fighting pit at the Executioner's Run. And you can't help but notice that there is a crabby Triceratops lurking in the pit. Right. First up then, let's go with Lunan.
Righty then. Considering my Triceratops was a bit cranky last round, I will spare it the rod this time around.
Oh, okay. So you are not going to be whipping your little man?
No whipping this round.
Okay, so you're going to aim to move 50, which means your Triceratops will not need to make a Constitution saving throw.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
And,
So I just need an animal handling check from you.
and I will add my D4 to this
To your bless.
from the guidance. From the
Oh,
guidance.
from the guidance, yeah?
Let me see. Oh yeah.
Nice. Okay, so your Triceratops, you move 50, so you're now on 362. Is there anything you would like to do with your action?
I guess I will try to cast another guidance
On
on
yourself?
myself.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a Constitution for me, please. You need a 13.
I failed.
Okay, so the spell doesn't go off, you don't lose it either. But you do manage to bolt down the executioner's run, taking the corner. Next up we have Vargo.
So I'm gonna lash for a speed.
Mm-hmm. So you run a Dimetrodon. You're moving at 50.
No, I'm not. I fell.
Wow. Okay, so you move at 25, but I also need you to make a saving throw. Constitution, a D20, and you get +2 for your dinosaur.
So that plus a d4.
You need a 2 or better. Ooh,
Yeah.
Okay. So he moves 25, yeah?
Yep. For my action, do I see Rockha?
You do. You notice him in front of you. He started at 50 meters ahead of you. 50 feet ahead of you, sorry. And he's
Oh,
whipping.
Oh, 50 feet. Okay.
Yeah, he's whipping frantically.
Okay, give me a second.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I'm gonna cast Magic Missile on his T-Rex, actually.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So first, Constitution, correct?
Constitution for...
And yep.
What's that?
It has a somatic component.
Oh, that's why. Yes, thank you for reminding me.
That's it. I think that just does it. Correct?
Yeah, they automatically hit, yes, as long as you... Yeah, you've made your con, so... Okay.
Alright. So they are at first level, so 3 missiles.
Mm-hmm. So as you're riding, 3 missiles go flying, streaking out from your hands towards him.
So 9 plus 3, so 12.
12 points.
To the dinosaur, to the T-Rex.
Correct. Yes. The T-Rex has got more hit points than all of you put together. Well, that's not true, but... Alright, let me roll a saving throw for the T-Rex. Just so he doesn't lose concentration. And he gets a 14. So it slowly stumbles. It doesn't trip or fall. But Roka, who hasn't had his action and turn yet, notices magic missiles being hit. You hear the crowd... Boo! Boo! Rah! Roka! 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 Alright. He keeps an eye on you as he turns around and glares at you. But he carries on riding. Next. I take that's your go?
Yep, 12 points of damage to the T-Rex, that's all.
Okay, yep. So you end up on 300. Right, next down the list is Teriyaki, the human, the other guy, and he is also on a T-Rex, and he's busy whipping as well, and he manages to whip so hard he catches up to Roka, and they're neck on neck. And as you watch this, he steers his dino into Roka's and starts to kick and push Roka off. And right, so he gets a 19 for the attack. Roka gets a 19 for his save. He doesn't get knocked off his T-Rex, but the two of them in the front are battling it out, jockeying for position. Next after that is at 240, I believe, is Dusted Coal. No, Lunan's gone. Yeah, 240 is Dusted Coal.
I'm whipping and trying to get a little bit of speed on this thing.
Okay.
It's an Allosaur, right?
Yes, it's an Allosaurus.
This might be a mistake. We'll see. It is a mistake.
Okay, so you got a 9 and Allosaurus got a 16. So unfortunate. Are you blessed?
Should
Yes,
be.
I am.
I think you are blessed, aren't you? Yes, because I even said don't
Yes.
forget.
Yes, you are definitely blessed.
Okay, before you roll your d4, if you need to get a 3 or a 4, because if you fail by 5 or more, you lose control of your dinosaur. Okay,
That's a 4.
well done. I need you to roll a constitution check for your dinosaur, please. It's a plus
Plus 2, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you are whipping, but it goes half speed. So and the 13, you already added the plus 2, fails, so it goes more than half speed. It goes double half speed, so he moves 20. So you are on 260. Right, so between 240 and 260 at the back over there. Next to you, you've got the other human on the Allosaurus, and behind you, you've got Valrus and Jarlena. Is there anything you want to do with your action?
Wait, if I'm next to the guy on the Allosaurus, he needs a kick.
Okay, so then I need you to roll to kick him, please.
As an unarmed or just strength?
It's an unarmed attack. A 9 is going to miss. You were kicking him, not the dinosaur, is that right? The Allosaurus has got a 13
That's
armor
correct,
class
yeah.
anyway. Yeah. Okay, so you lash out with a kick, but you manage to miss. Alright, that's your go. What's
Thank you.
What's your armor class?
20 at the moment if I still have the Shield of Faith from earlier.
You do. So, because the Shield of Faith is the whole race. So he's going to lash out and try and kick at you, but he misses. And he starts whipping his dinosaur. And he manages to gear his dinosaur up, and he shoots past in front of you up to... He's an Allosaurus that moves 80, so... He's on 315. Okay. Then next up is Valrus at 225.
I'll try and whip.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Still successful with that. I'm gonna
That's
fail
good.
my con save.
Oh,
No,
nice.
21.
Amazing. Excellent. Okay, so your Hadrosaurus moves 50. You get up to 275 and you manage to pass Dusted Coal. You have an action.
I believe I saw someone dish out a... what was it? Magic missile
Yeah.
towards a dinosaur, so clearly they can take it. I will attempt to do something similar then to the person that just passed Dusted.
To the other, the black and yellow
The
Allosaurus.
nasty boy.
The rider's called Mbunambi. Okay.
Yeah.
So, Allosaurus has got 30 hit points, but you're going to go for it.
Yes, to, I don't know, slow him down or something.
Yep. So I need you to roll a Constitution check because of
Yes.
semantic.
This would be for dinosaur or myself.
For yourself.
Myself, I think. Counts.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
You're casting the spell.
There we go. That's fine.
Excellent. Okay, so roll your damage. In the meantime, these.
Oh, it is one that requires a hit DC thing. I'll try and use Chaos Bolt. But it's also only somatic.
That's fine.
Okay. I'll just roll the attack.
And you were going for the dinosaur.
Yes.
The Allosaurus has got a 13 AC, so that hits.
Okay.
Alright.
So-
And he fails his saving throw, which means he's going to move at half speed next turn as well.
Perfect.
As the dinosaur stumbles a little bit. Boom. Okay. That your go?
Yes.
Last up then we have Jarlena. Bringing up the rear. However, you're still finishing the top 10.
Oh, hell yeah. Last but top 10.
Unless you
It's
fall off, I think it's
fine.
impossible not
It's
to.
fine. Can I whip because I failed last?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I will whip my poor dinosaur.
You need a 10. You're on a Hadrosaur, aren't you?
Yes.
Go on
It
then.
should be fine. Unless I roll really badly, no, it's fine.
Oh, another natural 20. Number 5.
The fifth one. You
Holy
look
cow.
nice.
What are the
I
chances?
do this a lot when I'm a DM. I roll a lot of nat 20s and the others really don't like it.
Yeah, our tanks are very sad.
All
I
right.
think we need a dice survey. She must have.
The dice are loaded. Damn you.
Way
D&D
too many
Beyond.
little dice.
Right, I need you to roll a Constitution check for your dinosaur, please. On a D20, you need a 12.
Oh my god.
A natural
From
one.
one extreme to the other.
Oh, justice is sweet.
Yarlena keeps protecting our backs.
Yeah, I'm doing it on purpose.
Okay, is there any action you would like to take?
Is there anybody within 60 foot of me that is not an ally?
209? No.
No, okay, I'll just chill at the back.
However, if you
Oh.
look at the map though, you are going down a square, so actually, whilst they're ahead of you, they're opposite you on the executioner's run. So yes, it's definitely less than 60 feet opposite you.
Oh,
So you can actually choose any of the races.
I'll pick whoever's at the front. I think that's
So there is
Roka,
Roka and
Kiriki.
Tsuriaki and Lunan.
Go for Lunan.
Yeah!
I'll pick Roka.
Okay, what
And
are you
I'm
planning
gonna-
on doing?
A ray of frost.
On him.
His dinosaur.
Okay.
Oh, that's perfect. It slows as well.
Yes.
I think it slows.
Yes, it does.
10
It
feet.
does slow. It's reduced by 10 feet. Yeah. Hell yeah.
That is actually
You
10 feet
better
is a
hit.
lot, actually. So the Tyrannosaurus Rex's armor class is 13.
Oh,
Is it a
You got it.
somatic component in Ray of Frost?
Yes, I'll need to do a constitution.
Correct.
Check.
You'll need a 13.
Oh,
No.
did it land on a 1 again?
Again.
It
Okay.
looks like it's on a 19. Okay.
So you don't lose the spell. It's a cantrip though, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's whatever really.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh, too bad you didn't realize Ray of Frost sooner.
I know. I wish I had.
Right, coming
No,
up.
then Balvis would have gotten one at one point in this race. No, it's not a good idea.
Yeah, definitely. Actually.
No need.
So you make your way around the executioner's run, everyone racing at top speed, just the 8 of you left in the race as you rocket back into the city proper and you head right inside the Grand Souk. People sit on crates and animal cages, rooting for you as you navigate the narrow lanes between fully stocked stalls. In this part of the race, you can use your action to grab an item from a stall if you want. You can you can either grab a drink. There is a bottle of Tej, and that will give you inspiration, as well as the favor of the fans. You can make a strength check to bash a canoe into the path of another rider. And slow them down. There are cages with wild animals, particularly monkeys, so you can try and unleash one of the flying monkeys. And you could also try and mount another dinosaur. There are a couple of dinosaurs for sale over here. That all seem to be stomping their claws in the ground, itching to get involved. Right, let's start with the first two. So obviously Roka and Teriyaki are both vying for competition in the front. Roka kicks out and misses. Teriyaki, she's like kicks out and misses at the front. Roka does not whip his T-Rex. He's going to be cruising through, but Teriyaki, you can see after he kicks, he starts to rise up in the saddle and starts to beat his dinosaur, his T-Rex, a lot, trying to pull ahead of Roka. Next is Lunan.
I will whip again.
Okay. What about your action? Are you planning on doing anything?
I just realized I still already have an inspiration. Can I get to double inspiration?
No, but you can use your inspiration and then do an inspiration again after.
True. And I think I might need it while I'm rolling, and then I can do my action after I've done the rolls.
Correct.
So I will probably go for the drink.
Okay, so you're going to whip first, though.
Yeah.
Alright, why don't we do the whipping first, then?
So
so you're on your
we'll
Triceratops. So you
Yes.
need to beat a 14. Oh, nice.
no
You don't-
need for my inspiration, but can I add it to my dinosaur?
I'll say yes. because you're rolling, I'll say yes, because normally you can give inspiration to anybody in the party anyway. You don't have to hold on to it yourself. You can gift it to somebody. So,
Nice.
so first things first, you move 75. So that's 447, I think. 437. Okay. Oh, but you need to roll a Constitution saving throw first.
Exactly.
Sorry, I forgot.
So it's a D20.
Mm-hmm. Triceratops is +2.
Yeah, so it's 12 so far, and I want to add my inspiration, whatever
Okay.
die that was.
D10.
A D10?
Yeah.
So we're at 17.
Nice. Okay, so you make it and you manage to move up to 437. At the end of that round, you overtake Roka, just so you know.
Okay.
As you pass through, though, you want to grab a bottle of Tej. I need you to roll an acrobatics check, please, to grab the bottle and drink it.
Nope.
Okay, unfortunately, you're right. You miss it. You need a 10. Darn. But at the moment, you're lying second.
Nice.
Then, after you, Lunan is Imbonambi on the Allosaurus. Noah. Yeah, he's on 315. He is riding the Allosaurus, and he is not going to be whipping, but as he passes through 362, you got 437. Okay, he is going to grab, see if he can't bash one of the canoes. And he's going to knock it behind him to the first person behind, which is Vargo. So he's gonna, firstly I need a strength roll of 13, and I fail. Okay. Right, well that's his go. He ends up on 330, so he only moves 15 that round. Vargo, you are up.
Alright, so Lunan is first, correct?
No. Teriyaki is first on 475. He whipped his Tyrannosaurus Rex and moved 100.
Okay, so first I'm gonna lash.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you only need an 8. Yeah, easy.
Yep, so 14.
Okay. Then I need you to roll one for your dinosaur. You need to get con save. Nice.
Yeah, that does it.
So you move to 350.
And where is Roka at the moment?
He's on 400, so he is 50 feet ahead of you by the end of this part.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Magic Missile at his dinosaur again.
Okay. Then can you roll for the somatic component, please?
Done.
Nice. All right. And so you're gonna roll damage.
No, that's not right. One moment.
T4 plus 3.
I'm doing it wrong, I think.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Oh, awful.
Okay.
So 5 plus 3, so 8 damage to the dinosaur.
Yep, 8 damage, and just for the saving throw for the dinosaur, it gets an 18. So the dinosaur, whilst it loses a little bit of concentration, doesn't lose that much speed.
So I think he's bloodied between this and the.
The Tyrannosaurus has got 46 hit points.
All right, so 12 plus. Okay, not nearly there.
Not yet.
Okay, that's my turn.
Okay, cool. Then, next up is going to be Dusted Coal. You're on 260. And you're riding an Allosaurus.
Yeah, that was a mistake. But there's nothing to it. I have to keep going.
Well, you can choose. You can choose to jump onto a different dinosaur underneath the souk while you're running through. As you're passing through this bazaar, you can either grab a drink of tej to give yourself inspiration. You can try and smash a canoe into somebody. You can free a monkey. Or you can try and change mounts, dinosaurs.
Yeah, but what is nearby me at the moment?
There's quite
Except for
there are quite a few. I'll give you your choice of any of the dinosaurs listed.
any of them.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
There was still a Triceratops in this, wasn't there?
You could. I mean, the Triceratops is probably one of the best options that doesn't berserk.
No, but I was thinking, other than Luna, there's still a Triceratops in this race, right?
No, Lunan's on the only Triceratops.
Well, then we're not doing that. No, I'm gonna. Am I close enough to Munabi? Munabi.
But Triceratops are good. It's not my Triceratops you would take.
Oh, so it's just because we are at the old city, I can just get one.
Yes. So basically, if you look at the map, you are busy running down through the section underneath the bazaar. There are a whole lot of dinosaurs for sale inside the bazaar that are chained up or tacked. What you can do is you can actually just jump onto any of the dinosaurs here and change your animal. You don't have to take one of the riders out.
So how many have I switched this time? I don't know, but yeah, let's do that. Let's try to switch to Triceratops if there's any in the bazaar.
Okay, so all I will need is in order to get another mount, a rider can make a DC 11 strength check, athletics check, to jump on another mount of their choice from the list. The rider will then need to make an animal handling check using the DC of that dinosaur.
So strength check without advantage, just straight up, right?
Correct. Well, it's an athletics check, so if you've got strength bonuses, then that counts, I think.
That's a 14.
Okay, so you manage to jump and land on the dinosaur of your choice. And it's a Triceratops, is it?
That was the idea, yeah.
Then you need to roll an animal handling check for that Triceratops to bring it under control.
Okay. That's only an 11.
Okay, so the animal handling check was 14 that you needed. You don't lose control because the dinosaur will eventually fall in line, but you will lose 20 feet from your total. The question now, though, is are you whipping or not?
Oh, I wasn't aware I was doing that. I can whip and then roll another one.
So, well, because you're jumping on a Triceratops, you can either whip the Triceratops or the Allosaurus. And then choose to either change Triceratops at the beginning of the stage or near the end of the stage.
beginning of the stage.
Yeah.
I have no interest in sending a wild Allosaurus into the crowd at this point.
Alright then, in which case, so right at the beginning of the Grand Souk, you change animals, and as you giddy up this Triceratops, you give it a good whipping. Now roll your animal handling check with advantage. Okay,
Nice.
that passes for sure. So, you're moving at 75, but we've got to take 20 off because you failed the original animal handling check, so that would be at 55.
And Constitution.
And the Constitution now, yeah.
It's +2, right?
Correct.
15.
Perfect. So you do move at 55. You're now at 305. Excellent. All right. Nipping at the heels as you keep riding and catching up. Vargo, 305, slightly in front of you. 25 feet is Imbonambi. Behind you, did we get Dusted Coal? You've just gone.
Oh, we took my turn before Valvis.
Yes, sorry, that's my bad. Vargo, you didn't say anything. Okay. Sorry, Vargo.
No, Valvis.
Valrus.
Yes.
Vargo's on 350. Dusted Coal on 305. Valrus, you're on 275.
Mm-hmm.
On the back of a Hadrosaur. Number 1. Whipping or not whipping?
Whipping.
Alright then, aiming to move 50. Roll with advantage,
No.
please. And are you
No,
planning... Go on.
Yeah. I would like to do like the same thing as Dusted.
So are you gonna change steeds then?
Yes.
Okay, and what animal are you looking for?
The same one.
A Triceratops?
Triceratops.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So then I just need either I need an athletics check to jump on the Triceratops, please.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, perfect. -1.
Yes.
Okay, so as you come down towards the Grand Souk, you see another Triceratops there. It's his twin, and you leap off and land on the Triceratops. As you it startles a bit, so I need you to make an animal handling check, please, for me. A 12, okay.
Yeah.
So you'll lose some speed, but are you now on your new mount whipping or not whipping?
Yes. Whipping.
Alright then. Whip away, my man. Whip away.
Oh, that's not good.
That's not good at all, no. Did you not...
No.
Oh no, if only you hadn't cast Darkness, you might have been blessed.
I doubt
Yeah.
it, to be honest.
Oh, what a shame.
I know, oh dear. Nonetheless though, can you please roll a Constitution check for your Triceratops?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
That's
okay.
20.
Well, at least that's a good thing. So,
Yeah.
you were double whipping to go 75, 55, 23. I will say you get to move.
Yeah.
Okay, but the good news is you managed to change mounts, and you're on 298. Okay, Jarlena, it's your turn. What's the plan?
Maybe I should swap dinosaur. I think mine's pretty tired.
Okay,
T-Rex.
you going for
I
a
don't-
T-Rex?
I don't think I could do a T-Rex. My animal handling is 0.
But you've been rolling rolling natural 20s all evening.
Exactly.
Yeah.
tempting?
Could you imagine? From the back right to the front, 2 more rounds.
2 or 3 good rolls, you know.
Yeah.
Oh god. Fine, I'll try T-Rex.
All right then.
I'm gonna regret this.
I just need a strength check from you first.
Where is it?
So, lagging at the
Okay.
back, Jarlena's there and she's thinking, T-Rex. Leaps off her slow Hadrosaurus, lands with grace on the back of a T-Rex. Can you roll an animal handling check for me, please?
I'm gonna whip. Otherwise, this won't work. Oh.
16.
If I need anything else, it's 18.
Okay. Question, why did you roll with advantage? Are you...
Whipping?
Okay.
Oh, is this before whipping or?
Correct.
Oh, sorry.
But the first one was a 16, was it? Yeah. So you land on the Triceratops with the bless is 18.
Mhm.
Then are you whipping or not whipping?
I'm whipping.
Roll a d4 for me. Okay, so you'll get 2 on your next roll.
Okay.
So roll your animal handling check. You're whipping, so you get 2 rolls.
Oh.
Come on.
Oh my god. I was a fool to listen to the other 2.
Can you roll a constitution check for me, please, on the T-Rex?
Well,
Wow. There's a natural 20 now. Okay.
Oh,
I am going to... You move half speed at 50. So
Yeah.
you get 280. I'm not going to say the T-Rex goes berserk. Because your first animal handling check was actually passed.
Mhm.
So I'll give that to you. It was on the nose. You managed to bolt off the line, not at top speed, but shoot past on your Tyrannosaurus Rex down through the Grand Souk and out the other end. Okay. Looming up ahead of you, you can hear the crowds in the arena where the finish line is, and the arena is coming in sight. You know the stands are going to be full of citizens cheering, standing up to get a better look at who is in the lead. You can see people peering out over the sides of the walls. The road ahead of you is twisting and turning and goes up flights of stairs, and it is quite a tricky, dangerous venture. Not only that, but there is one final obstacle as you enter the arena, and that is a water trench 10 feet across that must be jumped over. Jumping will require a wisdom animal handling check of 13 on top of your other checks. So, first up then, Teriyaki at 475. He is going to be whipping his Tyrannosaurus Rex. I will share. So, that is a 3 and an 18. So, his T-Rex moves 100. But let's roll a Constitution saving throw for the Tyrannosaurus Rex. And that's a 15 plus 3. So, the T-Rex actually, pardon me, will move 100. Then I need him to roll another d20, so he manages to jump the water as well.
oh no.
Oh yeah.
There's
Okay.
no way of catching up with that.
So that will be his final outcome. Will be 575. Obviously, if anyone casts a spell or slows him down, that will change. After that is Lunan on 437 on your Triceratops. Lunan.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to keep up with him, and whip like crazy.
Okay.
Give it my all.
So you're going to be whipping. Good man.
Yeah, and that's the first roll. And since it's advantage, I roll another time.
16 is good.
And then
A Constitution saving throw. It's a Triceratops, isn't it?
Yep.
So you move
And
75.
it's a +2 on that one, right?
Yes.
Then I will just roll my own ones. I always roll so bad on those.
So that's do you have any inspiration, bless, or anything?
No, I personally have, but not my mount.
What?
Or I don't know if it still lasts. It depends on how long they last.
What does your mount have?
Nothing.
Okay. So in which case then it fails. So you move half the speed.
Yep.
So let's call it
as
40. And then you need to make the jump at the end.
Yep.
Easily made. What action are you going to be doing?
Trying to figure out if my character would do this. I think he would try to shoot magic missiles at the T-Rex's feet.
Okay. And what are you hoping to achieve with the T-Rex? Which T-Rex?
The
Monster Munch.
Yeah, Monster Munch. Just as he's about to jump the water, I wanted to shoot at the feet to see if I could get him to trip the water.
Okay, so you need to roll the Constitution saving throw.
Yep.
DC 13. If the spell goes off, I'll give the T-Rex a saving throw.
Nope.
Oh, and it just doesn't manage to happen. That's unfortunate.
Don't you have bless?
Bless. It depends. I have bless, yes.
Yeah, bless what?
So with a 4, you can do this.
Yep, you can add a D4.
One. Oh, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Look at that.
That's crazy. Last minute. Okay. Magic missiles fly out. Why don't you roll your damage for me, please? Dusted Cole is screaming as these magic missiles leave Lunan's fingers and streak towards the Tyrannosaurus Rex mid-air as it's jumping the water. 12, okay.
Oh, nice.
So, I am going to give it disadvantage on its roll because I would say it gets bloodied. And that is a 10. Right. As the T-Rex has jumped in the air, it looks like it's about to make it over the water. It stumbles as it slowly lands. And it says if the check is failed, the rider and the dinosaur fall into the water and don't win. So, as it lands, it stumbles and knocks its rider off. Monster Munch collapses in a splash of purple and yellow as the T-Rex and rider are lost into the water, losing the race entirely.
So close.
Lunan, I love you.
Nice.
Very well done.
That's incredible. Right.
Oh, that was good.
Next up after you is Roka. And seeing this on the back of his T-Rex, well, he is not going... He's going to have to whip, actually, if he wants to win this. At 400, he needs to beat 477, doesn't he? So, let's first go two rolls. Okay, so, automatically... he rolls an 11. He plus his 3 animal handling is 14. The dinosaur will automatically move 50. Let's roll a Constitution saving throw for the dinosaur, and it gets a 7, so he moves 25. Oh dear. Now let's roll for his Wisdom check to jump the water. And he needed a 13, but he's got
13.
+3 animal handling, so he gets a 14. So he whips as hard as he can, but the dinosaur just can't give out anymore. Manages to reach and jump the water. What did I say, 25? Yeah. He manages to make it across with 425. Okay. At the moment, it looks like Lunan is coming out the winner. Oh my god. Next up, on the Allosaurus, we have Umbunumbi, I believe. He was on 330. He's going to also be whipping his dinosaur.
If he's 330, I'm before him, I think.
Oh, you're on 350. My apologies, good sir.
Oh!
My apologies. You. I wonder if I'll get to re-roll my my fails then.
Yeah, that sucks.
All right, Vargo, off you go. What are you up to?
So is Lunan in front of me with nobody in his way, correct?
Yes. Well, it depends what you mean by in his way, because what you see playing out as you are moving forward is Lunan whipping, firing magic missiles at the Tyrannosaurus Rex that was 50 feet ahead of him, and as the T-Rex jumped, the magic missile slammed into it. This is all going on, all of you are moving at the same time, so...
Oh, okay.
So technically no, but you know the outcome that the T-Rex is going to crash.
Alright.
So...
I'm turning my Dimetrodon around and crushing the guy behind me, just so Lunan can go sure that he's...
So
Yes.
you're gonna sacrifice yourself and take out Umbunumbi.
That's it, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
We
Hey?
become kamikaze.
The kamikaze, okay. In which case, I will need you to roll, obviously, an animal handling. You're not whipping, so you need to first control your animal.
Okay, I as I imagine it, if I'm in front of it, I just need to stop, correct?
Yes, so what that means is you're going to have to pull on the reins of your dinosaur, and at the moment you're going quite fast. There's a chance that if you fail it, your
I don't-
dinosaur will resist. But you're not whipping, so you don't get advantage. So I'll take the first roll, which was the 15. So
Alright.
correct. You managed to pull your dinosaur up. Now the trick was obviously because you want to try and time it and crash. Now he gets a dexterity check to see if he can avoid you.
Understandably.
Okay, so he manages to avoid crashing right into you, but now you have the option of using your action to attack or kick him or jump onto his dinosaur or whatever you want to try and dismount him.
I will try to... What dinosaur is it?
He is on an Allosaurus, I think, yeah.
That was a strong one, I think. Yeah, so what I will do is... Fuck it, I will cast a sleep at second level.
On whom?
The dinosaur.
Okay, so obviously you get to roll your d8s, don't you? The dinosaur has 30 hit points.
Okay, this can be done. Yeah.
Good luck.
So 78.
All right. As you pull back on the reins and try and crash into Mbonambi and his Allosaurus nasty boy, he manages to veer out of the way. And with a 78.
Nah, that was a bad roll, unfortunately.
3 twos.
Although, if Ambanabi has less than 28 hit points, he sleeps.
This is a very good point, isn't it? So you're casting sleep on the rider, and as he's passing you and smiling, having dodged you, all of a sudden his head lolls and bobs, and he slowly falls forward asleep.
I just look at Lunan and put my thumb to him. You can do it.
The dinosaur carries on going straight up these stairs and leaps in the air as it crosses the water with no rider to control it or himself. Mbonambi falls off the saddle mid-air and lands with a splash into the trough of water underneath. As you're passing through, as the other dinosaurs are racing, he sits up, awake, having splashed into the water, looking around in confusion. He is out of the race altogether.
That's my turn. I love it.
Okay. I'm putting
Very
you to
good.
sleep. Good job. Right, in which case, Mbonambi is not going. What was your movement again?
Technically, I stopped.
Oh, you stopped.
So I don't know.
Okay,
Really.
so let's say you obviously we're moving at full pelt, so let's move you 15. So you're at 365. Okay. Next up then is Dusted Coal.
As I can see, there's only fellow players left, so there's no one to throw off.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's Valrus behind you and Jarlena behind you.
Yeah, but that's not people I want to throw off their mounts.
Okay.
I think, but isn't Roker's not going to win, but he's still in the game.
Yes.
Could throw him off.
I'm not throwing the man that we have to meet with later off, but I will jump on his dinosaur just for the heck of it.
He is. I mean, he's 100 feet ahead of you. You won't.
I can't do that. I can't do that. Yeah, I'm just gonna whip them and see what I can do.
Okay, so you bend over and whip. Can you roll animal handling for me, please? And you're on a Triceratops. So that's
a 14, and I
Perfect.
think it's 15 to make it right.
Uh-huh. The Constitution save.
No, Triceratops is 14. Never mind. And Constitution.
Mm-hmm. You'll get +2 to your roll. You need a 13.
Yeah, that's a 12.
A 12. Do you not have blessed?
Yeah, but not the dinosaur.
Oh yes, of course. My bad. Okay, so instead of 75, let's. I said 40. I'm rounding up a little bit, so you finish on 345. Valrus, your turn.
I will just try to whip it.
Okay, whip it real good.
Yep,
All right, and you're on a Triceratops as well.
I am now.
You need a 14 altogether for your animal handling. Passed with a
not
natural
bad.
1, lucky. And then you
Mhm,
need a 13 plus 2 is the bonus for the Triceratops' Constitution
Yes.
saving throw.
That is 11.
So that is a fail. So 40 as well then. Okay.
Oh well.
Yarlena. Finally we have coming up in the rear.
Maybe.
On the back of a Tyrannosaurus Rex. All right.
One more level could have gotten haste.
If you whip and you're successful and cross the line, you could finish this in third.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm gonna whip.
Okay.
And maybe be successful. I don't know.
Can you
Show us one of
believe
those natural 20s. Come on.
it? Go on. You only need 3 natural 20s in a row. Oh, wow.
Oh,
I mean,
Good enough. Good enough.
That's not bad. Okay. Next up, then, on the Tyrannosaurus Constitution save.
Oh no.
20. 20.
Oh,
15.
no.
Plus you get 3. That's 18. The Tyrannosaurus Rex is plus 3. That's a pass.
Oh, hell yeah.
plus 34, yeah.
Now I need you to roll the jump, the wisdom animal handling check, please.
come on.
Oh no.
And it's with less. Come on.
You needed a 13, and you already rolled a 4. Oh my goodness! From behind, Yarlena beating the Tyrannosaurus Rex, and the crowd go crazy. Rah! As this T-Rex comes bolting through from the back of the pack, from 8th position, leaps over the field and into the arena and past the water, and crosses the finish line in 3rd.
I'm gonna stick my tongue out at Valorous as I pass him.
That darkness was not meant to slow you down necessarily, okay?
As you come flying in through the arena, you've noticed beautifully and scantily clad men and women lining the arena inside, screaming, shouting, and chanting your names. Half of them look quite disappointed that Roka hasn't won, but some of them turn, "Newbie! Newbie! Newbie!" As your dinosaurs cross the finish line, they roar in triumph. The spectators staring down at you start throwing flowers, and petals start raining down on you. Lots of small coins, some coppers being thrown in. Bravo! Yeah! The crowds are starting to applaud and go crazy.
Was it only us new guys that managed to pass the finish line?
No, Roka came in
Oh, good.
second.
Good.
And in the confines of the arena, there is a winner's circle. Everyone moves in over there. Animal handlers, the stable hands are busy waiting there as well to take your mounts as you move closer and dismount. And you can see on the far side of the arena is a podium that is waiting to be mounted on the other side. Is there anything that any of you want to do now that you have moved into the winner's circle? Vargo and... I mean, the top 3 get to go in. So Vargo, Dusted Cole, and Valrus, you slowly leap over the water, and the crowds are still cheering for you as well. As you slowly move and hand your dinos over, the 8 of you who managed to make it into the arena are now standing around, staring at the crowds, cheering down at you. Yeah. No? Anybody?
Sorry. Just taking all this in.
Just gonna walk closer to the podium thing, assuming the other 3 are going on there, and slow clapping or something
Or
to our winners.
Mm-hmm.
how does it look like Roka handled this? Does he seem pissed?
No, he's not actually. He comes over to Lunan. He looks down. Good race, my friend. Pull it out the bag at the end.
I reach out my hand and shake it as I said, speed kills as quickly as your steed.
Ooh, give yourself a point of inspiration for that. His eyes open wide as he looks at you, puts one hand on your shoulder, reaches over to give you a hug and pats you on the back, and he says, "Meet me at the top of the executioner's run in 1 hour. Be ready to travel." And with that, he lets go of you, turns and puts his arms up and starts nodding at the crowd and taking little bows. Out of the crowds, out of some of the doors underneath the arena, 2 wooden doors slowly open, and a very thin woman with long dark hair, beautifully dark brown skin, walks out. She's wearing a simple gown, which is emerald green, and she walks across the sand, glides literally. She's got a bouquet of roses in her hand and a box under the other. As she approaches you and beckons you all, the 3 winners, to take their place on the podiums, the arena is a cacophony of cheering and applause, and you can see people with ticket stubs in their hands, pissed and angry, crumpling them up and throwing them down. Other people who never even knew who you were are crying and laughing at you, and some young men come over and take both Lunan's hand and Yarlena's hand and lead you to the podium as well. Rocker is standing there as you slowly take your place on the podium. Instruments all of a sudden start up, and the woman comes over to Yarlena. "Congratulations, my dear," and she gives you a small bunch of roses. "Good race." She moves over to Rocker, nods, puts her arm on his clasps his arm and puts a hand on his shoulder afterwards, and "It is a pity you lost. You were the favourite." But she gives him a bunch of roses as well. And Lunan, as you're standing on the top of the podium over there, she looks at you and she's like, "And to our champion!" She turns around, and as she does, there is a pendant around her neck which seems to glow just that little bit brighter, and her voice carries throughout the entire stadium, through the arena. "Our winner, our champion for the month. What's your name, by the way?"
Lunan, I whispered to her.
"Lunan!" And the crowd start going, "Nooba! Noonan! Noobi!" They can't seem to get your name right, but they're still cheering for you. Yeah! And she says to you, "Congratulations for winning the race. It is tradition for us to present to you a prize. You may either choose the key to the port, a bejeweled ring. We have a booklet of passes for you and 5 guests to the bathhouses for free for an entire day. Or this," and she opens one of the boxes that she's carrying, and you can see that there are 5 jewels inside.
I investigated jewels.
Perception check or investigation. I would probably say, give me a perception check.
Oh, that was good.
The jewels look, compared to the ones that you saw on the pirate ship, the jewels are not that big. But you'd probably estimate everything inside the box is worth maybe 50 gold pieces, give or take. The ring that you saw looked a little bit more precious or expensive.
Okay, I asked her what's with the key.
The key to the port gives you 1 week's free lodging at either inns inside, at any of the inns of your choosing. Either the Thundering Lizard or Kaya's House of Repose. Free food anywhere you go for the entire week.
Okay. I'll reach my hand towards the ring.
Mm-hmm. The bejeweled ring is engraved with a tiny, intricate maze.
And I say, if I can select, I will select this
The ring.
as my prize. Yeah.
Wonderful! And she turns around and, our winner! Before you depart and leave the podium, she hands each of the three on the podium a enveloped card, which looks like an invitation, and nods to you all. And as you're standing there soaking up the atmosphere, you realize that your cheeks are hurting because you're smiling so much.
Well, Gunan, I knew that you could do it. I knew it.
I am celebrating, running around, hugging the people.
Okay. As you're running around, you can see, well, I mean, there's not that very many people because the arena is like a big sandpit, by the way. So they are all up in the stands, but you are probably running around hugging the musicians inside the arena, the judges, the animal stable handlers, you know.
Yeah.
T-Rex.
The T-Rex, the other competitors, the 8 of you that finally made it through. But you do notice in the area where the woman, the presenter, came through, there is a whole crowd of people standing there, and it looks like they're holding quill and parchment waiting for signatures.
I guess I will go up and see if they're interested in me.
Yeah, excellent. So there's a lot of little girls, little boys, there's a couple of adults, you know, people of all ages, and they're all hiding. Sign, sign, sign! Waiting for you to sign your names. They're actually interested in all 3 of the winners, the top 3 that came through.
As I'm there, I'm assuming Jarlena joins.
No, she's just gonna stay away from all the people.
Oh, you!
She's too cool for that.
She's grumpy with 3rd place.
I'm trying to wave her over to join.
She
Okay.
just looks very uncomfortable.
Oh dear. She's sort of standing there in the sand, kicking it around a little bit, not looking up, trying to ignore people.
Come on. It won't hurt. And I push it towards the crowd.
It would rather not.
I push harder.
Ooh.
Don't push.
Make a strength check.
I will do that.
You know I will only push you harder.
Oh.
Bam.
If you're resisting, you can make a contested strength check.
She's resisting.
Okay.
Probably isn't gonna. Oh.
Oh, no. Damn it.
Valrus kind of leans over and pushes, and she just shuffles out the way and slaps his hand away. Not touching, not touching.
Since she's not coming over, I'm actually choosing to point at
Roku?
no, at I'm just bad at names. At
Go on.
Valaris,
Valrus.
Valris,
Mm-hmm.
and cast message, and you will hear a whisper in your ear as I'm pointing at you,
Mm-hmm.
where I just forward the information about the meetup,
Oh.
Alright.
and you to inform the others.
Yeah, I will whisper it to Yarlin and Vargo as well.
Okay. What information are you saying? Go ahead and whisper your message.
So I'm saying contact with Roka has been established. He told us to be ready to travel in an hour. And you told me it was at the executioner's run?
Mm-hmm.
Or did I remember correct?
You remembered perfectly. Yes, at the top of the executioner's run.
Top of executioner's run. So that's the
In 1 hour.
information I hand over in 1 hour. Yeah.
Excellent. Okay. Right, in which case, I think this is probably a good place to start wrapping up the session. So, the crowds are obviously pressing in. They're cheering, throwing flowers down at everybody. The two of you who came onto the podium, you've received invitations to dine at either Prince. Bear with me 1 second. One of the merchant princes. You've already met with Wakanga, but you've now, as a winner, you've received another invitation to meet with the other merchant princes. If Lunan, you can add to your inventory, just make a note of a special ring. I wonder if it's actually in.
Don't worry, I will totally identify that shit later.
I don't think it's actually on D&D Beyond, so I will have to create it. That's no problem, but just say winner's ring. Right, then we will pick up where we are clearing, finishing off over here. You notice Marius, who pushes his way through the crowds into the arena. Following him, as soon as he breaks through the barrier, all the kids waiting around over there come streaming through. Funnily enough, most of the boys go racing towards Lunan. All of the girls, without fail, go running up to Yarlena and start prodding and poking her for her signature, pushing Valrus out the way, looking up with big round eyes, those like anime eyes that blink and glow and shine. All they see is stars, waiting for you to give them their autographs.
Good luck with that.
And as you slowly leave, the applause and the clapping and everything, people seem to find out your name and start calling it as well. Your reputations have all gone up by 2 points. Lunan, yours has gone up by 3 for being a winner. So what I will also do is create a custom ability on your character sheets with your reputations on it as well. When your reputation gets to a certain stage, when you're talking to people, you get more bonuses on your charisma checks and stuff. And the opposite is true as well, don't forget. Cool.
Nice.
Lovely.
Lunan can use that.